They treat Caitlin Clark different. They approach Caitlin Clark different. Caitlin Clark, for 2 years straight in the WNBA, has been picked up from full court, and she has been treated different. Even Michael Jordan.
For 2 years now, we've been watching something that almost feels surreal. Caitlin Clark has been targeted in a way no other WNBA player, past or present, has ever experienced. The constant full-court pickups, the relentless pressure, the endless attempts to wear her down physically. It's not normal. Michael Jordan didn't get this treatment. Maya Moore didn't get this treatment. Paige Bueckers isn't even seeing this kind of constant defensive harassment in college. Yet Caitlin, every possession, every dribble, there's someone draped over her, like they're auditioning for a defensive horror film.
Was not getting picked up from full court. Maya Moore was not getting picked up from full court. Paige Bueckers right now is not getting picked up from full court. The physicality to her has been different. If they don't change it, which I don't think they are, that is...
And here's what worries me. It's not slowing down. It's getting worse. It's not just opponents either. Now we've reached a new level. The people who are supposed to be in her corner are part of the problem. Case in point, the assistant coach incident. Caitlin hits a big shot, wants to celebrate for a moment, just like every great player before her, and out of nowhere she gets physically grabbed and stopped like she just tried to run onto a tarmac mid-flight. Was that a timeout? No. Was that some pre-planned defensive drill? No. It looked more like a citizen's arrest than basketball. And let's be real, this wasn't about discipline. This was about optics. The Indiana Fever are in trouble, and not because of the scoreboard. This is a team with a fractured internal dynamic.
Is a subsidized league. What it means, subsidized means, is that the NBA basically gives their money so the WNBA could exist, because the WNBA does not produce any revenue.
They lose money, actually.
They lose money. Okay, so Caitlin Clark, a generational women's basketball player,
where sideline tackles are happening on their own star player. This is sitcom-level absurdity, except no one's laughing. The WNBA is a subsidized league. Without the NBA's financial backing, it wouldn't exist in its current form. It doesn't turn a profit. And yet when Caitlin Clark, a once-in-a-generation talent, arrives and single-handedly boosts ticket sales, merchandise numbers, TV ratings, and overall revenue, how is she rewarded? By being publicly undermined, by having her own peers question her legitimacy, by being mocked and targeted on national television. She even turned down millions to play in the Big Three to make $75K in the WNBA, all because she wanted to help elevate the women's game.
Drafted, she's putting up crazy numbers, she's entertaining, ticket sales go up, revenue goes up. She brings all this money to the league. Also, she turned down a contract in the Big Three, making millions of dollars, to go make $75,000 a year in the WNBA.
Yeah.
Okay? Now you go on ESPN and all these...
And what's her thank you? Being treated like an intruder in her own league. It's almost like Caitlin Clark signed up for the WNBA and accidentally stumbled into the Hunger Games. It's not just playing basketball, it's surviving elbows to the ribs, forearms to the jaw, and getting tackled by your own sideline. If the WNBA wants to build around her, they're doing the exact opposite. Opponents are allowed to maul her without penalty. Officials act like her pain is invisible. She's been sent crashing to the floor multiple times, and instead of a whistle, she gets a shrug. There are times she's laid on the hardwood longer than her teammates have set screens, and still, no call, no review, nothing.
Basketball player of all time, in your opinion?
Whoa.
Oh, man, that's hard. The greatest?
The greatest.
But at what?
Basketball.
She even got hit with a technical after being poked in the eye and shoved to the ground, while the player who did it stayed in the game. How is that remotely justifiable? This isn't about toughness. This is about bias. It's about an unspoken resentment toward the player who brought millions of eyes to a league that's been craving attention for decades. The double standard is staggering. Other rookies are protected, nurtured, encouraged. Caitlin, she's essentially told to shut up, get up and deal with it. And the worst part, it's not just the referees. Watch her teammates. Watch the cold body language. Watch the lack of urgency when she's on the floor getting clobbered. The vibe is like high school mean girls if they swapped glitter for bruises. Nobody rushes to her defense. Nobody pulls her up. And when she finally gets a chance to celebrate a big moment, Her own coach yanks her back like she's embarrassing the franchise. It's insane.
Caitlin Clark, this is for Caitlin. If you're not Caitlin, keep it pushing. Okay, this is for Caitlin only. Caitlin, what I'm about to tell you as a supporter of yours, as a fan of yours, that has been watching you since Iowa, I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you this.
This is the #1 pick in the draft, the face of the league. She's breaking rookie records like they're glass, yet she's treated like a nuisance. And don't get it twisted, Caitlin is outperforming many of her critics by a wide margin. She's better than they ever were, and she's doing it under constant physical duress. And still, rather than rally behind her, they tear her down. They mock her. They minimize her success. It's jealousy, plain and simple. And while the league publicly acts like everything's fine, the truth is, it's toxic and it's dangerous. The double standard has become a running joke. Caitlin doesn't get star calls. She doesn't get rookie calls. She gets, "You're too successful for your own good" calls, which is to say, none. And yet, she still shows up, still plays her heart out, still dives for loose balls, sprints the length of the court, and makes the highlight plays that fill arenas. But imagine, just imagine, what she could do if she wasn't constantly fighting her own league.
WNBA, it's time to wrap that shit up, okay? It's time to go. Pack your shit up. Let's go. I don't want this for you no more, okay? I've been here. I don't want this for you no more. It's too much. Too much expectation. It's all about...
If she had teammates feeding her the ball in rhythm instead of as a last resort with 2 seconds on the shot clock. If the referees enforce the rules instead of pretending the game is being played in a lawless zone. The tragedy here is that none of this is happening in a vacuum. The assistant coach snatch, the mean-spirited silence from her own bench, the no-call beatdowns. It's all part of a larger pattern that's been building since Caitlin Clark stepped into the league. This is not how you treat the face of your sport. This is how you treat a problem you hope will go away. And here's the kicker, she's still producing through all of it. She's still selling out arenas, still drawing record-breaking TV audiences, still making the league money every time she laces up. It's the ultimate contradiction. The same league that owes its current buzz to Caitlin Clark acts like she's some sort of inconvenience. And what's truly insane is that she hasn't even hit her peak yet.
Give you a chance, and it's not fun no more. Angel Reese fans no longer making it fun. They've been very draining and exhausting. The Caitlin Clark haters is no longer making it fun.
This is her rookie season. She's still learning the WNBA game. She's still figuring out tendencies, playbooks, matchups, and she's doing it while dragging her team through a media storm, an officiating nightmare, and a locker room that looks like it's run by a Cold War committee. The jealousy is so thick you could cut it with a knife. Veterans who never had to deal with this kind of attention look at her and see an interloper. Instead of realizing she's lifting the entire league's profile, they treat her like she's stealing something from them. The irony is brutal. Without her, the WNBA slips right back into the shadows it fought for decades to escape. And yet, every time she takes a hard foul, every time she's blindsided on a screen, every time a coach grabs her like she's about to commit a felony, the message is clear: know your place. It's not just pettiness, it's sabotage, it's fear. And it's coming from all angles: opponents, refs, even her own sideline.
They drain and exhausting. Your fans, some of the CC fans are no longer making it fun. They are draining and exhausting. No one, not one, is giving you the opportunity.
Watch closely during games and you'll see it. When she gets knocked down, there's no rush to help her up. When she makes a spectacular play, the celebration is muted if it happens at all. It's like there's a silent agreement to pretend she's not the one carrying the franchise on her back. This isn't about humility, this is about erasure. The league wants the ratings spike without giving her the platform to truly lead. They want the merch sales without acknowledging who's moving the product. And the most infuriating part, Caitlin just keeps playing, keeps smiling, keeps pushing through like she doesn't notice the knives out behind her. But fans notice. They've been keeping receipts. They saw the technical foul after she got poked in the eye and knocked to the floor. They saw the no call after the mid-air body check. They saw the assistant coach physically stop her from celebrating. And now, those same fans are saying enough is enough. They're not just defending her, they're imagining her somewhere else, overseas, in a league that actually protects its stars.
This yesterday, I'm all for the veteran players. But at the end of the day, did we all forget that this is Caitlyn's team? Like, did y'all just throw that whole situation out the window? #1 draft pick, rookie of the year,
In front of sold-out crowds in Spain, Italy, Turkey, places where the game is allowed to breathe without jealousy choking the air. Can you picture it? Caitlin Clark pulling up from deep in Istanbul with 10,000 fans losing their minds. No assistant coach sprinting from the sideline to police her joy. No opponents treating her like a tackling dummy without consequence. Just basketball. Just greatness. That's the nightmare scenario for the WNBA. Because the second Caitlyn leaves, she takes millions of eyeballs with her. She takes the casual fans who only started watching because of her. She takes the sponsors who wrote checks with her face in mind. And what's left? A league struggling to fill arenas, wondering why the momentum dried up overnight. And make no mistake, the WNBA is already fumbling the biggest opportunity it's ever had. This isn't just about protecting a player. This is about protecting the league's future. Caitlin Clark is the golden goose. And right now, instead of feeding it, they're wringing its neck.
records like they're scratch-offs. Bruh, what is we doing here, dog? I mean, Stevie Wonder could see that they tripping, man, at this point in time. I mean, I want to see the Caitlyn we seen in Iowa. What happened to the Iowa?
She is the 6th fastest player in WNBA history to reach 950 career points. She's putting up numbers that should be plastered across every marketing campaign the league runs. And yet, the coverage often revolves around whether she's too cocky, too celebrated, or too white for the league's liking. That's not just bias, that's willful self-destruction. You want to know what the real problem is? It's not that Caitlin Clark is overrated, it's that she's undeniable, and that makes a lot of people uncomfortable. She doesn't fit the mold of how they want their stars to rise. She didn't climb the slow, quiet ladder of respect. She parachuted in, dropped record ratings, and became the most talked about athlete in the sport in under a year. And the WNBA has no idea how to handle that. Instead of leaning into it, they've chosen to clip her wings. The refs? They're complicit. They've let the game turn into open season on Caitlin Clark. Players are emboldened to rough her up because they know the whistle won't come. And when it finally does, it's often going the other way. The coaches? They're inconsistent at best, and at worst, actively holding her beat.
I don't understand why facts and opinion, this is not an opinion. Caitlin Clark's putting up better numbers than you guys ever did, and she's bringing the league attention, which is great for all the women coming up in the world that want to play basketball, that want to have a life and create a life for themselves by being a professional athlete, because women deserve that. So now